believe me. Living well and dying well, equally important, isn't it? Especially the last act of your life must be graceful and beautiful, huh? No? No, today people are dying in torturous ways in hospitals. Last 23 days of an American citizen's life consumes 80% of the medical care in the country, which is $2.8 trillion for the last 23 days. You know, more torturous condition, the more they torture you, the more it costs. Torture is expensive. Hello? Why can't you die 23 days early? What's your problem? Hello? Is it okay if you die 23 days early and no torture, no money involved? Last 23 days cost 80% of the medical care in the country. And the richest nation on the planet. Affluence means this. Initially, it's a choice of food, choice of nourishment. Next is choice of lifestyle. When choice of nourishment and choice of lifestyle is in your hands, health should not be so much of a problem. But United States of America spends nearly $4 trillion on its health care. $4 trillion is India's economy for 1.4 billion people. This says everything about how we're living, isn't it? Hello? This says a lot about how we're living, our lifestyle, our mental condition, and the kind of stuff they're stuffing into you as food. Everything. It's a crime. Spending $4 trillion on healthcare for 330 million people on this planet is a crime. Yes or no?
Yep.
It's a serious crime.
There's so many areas I would still love to explore, and I'm also mindful of time, and I want to leave some space for audience Q&A, if that's okay with you.
Please give them some space.
I want to give you guys some space, so we'll get a second mic ready, and if you have a question that's brewing up throughout this conversation, and you feel called to share it with empathy of the space in a concise format, we are excited to hear it. Kaizen?
Thank you. So I get how from a zoomed out perspective, we're just like a speck of a speck, right? But from a zoomed in perspective, especially since so many of us were very engaged in the world and media and social media and politics, it can feel so important in the moment to engage with that world, but also so confusing with everything going on. So I'm wondering what guidance you have for someone who wants to impact the outside world, wants to do it from a clear place and not get confused. How do you do that?
See, when it comes to quality of your life, there are only two things. One is profoundness of your experience. If you sit here, not because of what you're doing, just if you sit here, how significant is this life? How significant it is depends on how profound is your experience at a given moment. So when it comes to inner experience, profoundness of experience is the most important thing. When it comes to activity in the world, impactfulness of our activity is the most important thing. We don't want to do something that doesn't impact anybody. You don't want to do politics that nobody is interested in. You don't want to write music that nobody wants to listen to. You don't want to cook food that nobody wants to eat. You don't want to write a book that nobody wants to read. You want to do something that is impactful, isn't it? So, profoundness of experience, if you do not establish, impactfulness will become accidental. And you'll always be worrying, is it happening, is it not happening? No, if this experience is very profound, what you do will be of a certain quality, it'll impact. But how much impact is not always in our hands. It is the times we are born in. See, right now, for example, many great beings have come. When they spoke, hardly 10 people could hear them. Gautam Buddha, gentle being, if he spoke, hardly 10 people can hear. Krishna, most exotic being, he could speak only to one person, and that guy is full of confusion. Well, Jesus came, only 12 idiots, and one of them freaked on him. I'm saying this has been the unfortunate history, isn't it? So today, because of technology, because of various other means that we have, today we can sit here and talk to the entire world. 2024, I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm just telling you how fortunate we are. In 2024, our video views, one person's video views are 5.23 billion. B. Was it possible for a Krishna to do it, a Buddha to do it, a Jesus to do it? Does it mean we are better than them? It's at times, isn't it? So our activity is dependent on the times in which we exist. How impactful are we? So we are at a time like never before. You can sit in one place and talk to the entire population on the planet. 5.23 billion is almost the entire adult population on the planet, nearly. Never before this has happened. Not because we are better than them, simply because we are fortunate, we're in such times where we have such means to deliver, which they did not have. They had to raise their voice and speak. 2 rows heard, 3rd row doesn't hear a damn thing. Yes or no? This is the reality. Huh? Every idiot made up their own thing, those sitting at the back. This is all that happened. And everybody wrote their own versions of what they said. Today it's being recorded. If you say, this is what Sadhguru said, they'll play the recording and say, that's not it, this is what he said. Never before this was possible. So we are at a time where one man can do what 10,000 men could not do just 100 years ago, yes or no? So this is a great fortune, but we can also make a great misfortune out of it. If we handle it sensibly, consciously, we can make this the greatest possibility. If at all, if there was a time to transform human beings, it's now, because never before you could even address them, isn't it? Never before in the history of humanity, you could even address them. Where the hell they are, you don't know, isn't it? Today you can address them. If at all, if there was a time or there is a time to transform humanity, this is the time. In this generation, if we don't do it, it simply means we don't have enough love in our hearts, that's all.
Hello. Hi, I'm Naz. You were so funny.
I haven't been very funny today.
You've been so funny. I've laughed so unexpected. I've had so much fun back here. And I was hoping that you could speak to your relationship with humor and how important it is to you. And what have you witnessed people's relationship to seriousness and humor and how integral it is to your life? And have you always had like a good sense of humor?
See, suppose I said my grandmother is serious, what would you think? She's on the way out. Yes or no? Hello? If I say my grandmother is very serious, what would you think? You think, oh, she's on the way out, something wrong with her. If you're serious, what should I think? Same problem, you're on the way out of life. Hello? You're… the first question he asked, you are serious because you have no perspective as to what a tiny speck you are. It's the magnanimity of creation. For this tiny speck, we have an individual experience. Hello?